Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek, Michigan, and it's the first of our semi-finals between Oliver Szolnoski from Hungary and Singapore's very own Aloysius Yapp. And guess who's in the box with me once again? Lovely to have you back in the booth, mate. Mr. Tony Robles.
Always a pleasure to be here. This is an exciting match.
And we're back. It's the same format. It stays exactly the same. It's 2 races to 4. If we're level after 2 sets, we will go to that shootout. And talking of shootouts, Oliver Szolnoski just won on a shootout. Tremendous performance by him. He punched the table with joy after winning that. He's fought so hard throughout this, and he really has been on top form. This is guaranteed to be a top-class match.
I agree, and 100%. And this kid is in playing at the elite level. They both are. This is going to be. I think this is a pick-em. I don't think there's a favorite here, to be honest with you.
This is whoever plays the better pool now. Yeah, and
yep.
breaks the best. Yeah. So here we come. First break off for the Hungarian. Is he hungry for this title? Well, it's a dry break, I think. Yes, it is. Just looking to see.
Yeah, and he definitely left them an opportunity to run the table here. He can go one rail out by the center of the table, end up with an angle on the 2. Nice and steady fundamentals this kid has. Doesn't move much at all when he strokes the ball, as well as Oliver. So now he has a perfect angle to go 2 rails, possibly 1. And he wants to get more or less about where he's at now, but a little straighter if possible.
Yeah, I think everyone has warmed to this young man from Singapore, runner-up in last week's US Open, or was it the week before? It's been a whirlwind tour for me.
Yeah. It was, I believe it was last week. It ended on the 18th.
Beaten by Carlo Biardo, was up 8-3 in that. Missed the 9 ball and ended up losing the match. Carlo finished it off. So
that was quite a comeback. It's one of the best comebacks I've seen in a final, especially a tournament of that magnitude. So over here, he's either going to go 1 or 2 rails for the 5 in the side.
Yeah, I like the way he's played that. I like using 2 rails there.
Yeah, he plays very, very good position. I'm not sure if he can get past the 8 here. If he can, he wants to hit it with high left to get straight on the 6 or a slight angle. So yeah, he can definitely. Yeah, he can definitely get past the 8 there.
Needs a new bit of chalk by the looks of it. His chalk's almost done. It might do him for the rest of this tournament.
Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure. I don't think he intends on missing any 10 balls here like he did the 9 ball in the US Open. He's focused, and I think that he definitely has a great chance of winning this event, as do all the other players that are left. Like we said earlier, it all depends on who wants it most and who's the most consistent with the break and taking advantage of their opportunities.
Yeah, we will play to a finish this evening, and you will not miss a ball. Let's just hope they don't miss too many.
I love coming between the side pocket and the 8 on this shot. I feel very comfortable going between the side pocket and the 8, as does he. Very nice touch. Pretty sure he would prefer to have a little more angle than that.
He's just going to grab the little extension just to... He's not the tallest of guys, but he's not the shortest either.
Well, he's taller for me, that's for sure. I think he's going to try to draw slightly past the side pocket here.
Yeah, and he's not using a screw on extension. He's using a push-on, I believe. Oh, he's played that okay.
That's perfect.
So you're running
There's
this
options
through,
here.
Tony?
It all depends on the angle here. I can't tell if he's going to go forward or draw to the side or draw to the corner. I don't know how straight he is here. I can't tell from this angle.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Cross.
No, he came a little short there. He's fine though.
Yeah.
Just has to focus and bear down on this one.
Looks like the first rack is going to Yapp. Not straightforward, but we still expect him to get this one, Tony.
Up, got up. Make sure.
Just used his extension. Very wise there. That's a Joshua Filler move. If you've got it, use it.
Absolutely, why not?
That guy in the audience is concentrating
Dead
as hard as
center.
Yapp.
Dead
Brilliant
center.
break. Brilliant. So we're off and running. Oliver Szolnoski looks on. Said he's from Hungary. Now, I actually got to see this guy play live before in the UK at Milton Keynes at the World Pool Championships. He lost. He was runner-up to Omar Al-Shaheen. Sorry, he got to the semi-final with Omar Al-Shaheen, and Omar Al-Shaheen went to the final of that, and of course was beaten by Albin Ocean.
Well, I tell you, I watched that final match, and Albin played like a monster in that final.
Certainly did. I think Al-Shaheen went about 6-0 up in that, and back came Albin.
But Omar's coming to his own. I mean, he's like reaching an entirely new level as of late. You know, he's been playing top-notch pool. So I think he's going to win one of those majors shortly, just like Pocius is.
Yeah, he's playing top-notch pool, Albin, and his sister, Yasmin, is dancing top-class foxtrot at the moment. She's on Dance with the Stars in Hungary.
Yeah, that's great.
In Austria. I've got Hungary on the brain. I haven't eaten yet.
Watch a scratch. Watch a school.
Oh, dear. He's not happy with that.
Those scratches on this short race format are brutal. They're fatal.
Yeah, both Eklund Kachi. Well, he beat Fedor, and then he went out the very next round. Eklund.
Against Roberto Gomez, yeah.
In a shootout, I think it was. Was it in a shootout?
He made some...
yes, it was in a shootout, wasn't it?
He missed one ball in the shootout.
Yeah.
No, actually, he missed two.
2 balls, yeah. Kachi.
Yeah, he had some uncharacteristic misses. Well, you know, he missed some balls that...
Yeah, I think he struck... The first one he missed, he struck very badly and then never recovered from it. So, chance here for Oliver to get his hand on the table, get that arm moving, and get a rack on the scoreboard.
It's going to draw back a bit.
And he certainly is a very, very determined young man, this guy. Puts everything into every single shot.
Yeah, and he had a great U.S. Open as well. You know, he's finishing, you know, in the top of each event. He's like, he puts his heart and soul into every shot. I mean, he's super focused, laser-like focus.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
pretty sure he's going to shoot the combo here. He's probably going to try to leave the cue ball more or less where it's at now.
Yeah, you want to be always as straight behind these combos as possible, don't you? So
absolutely.
You're looking at, you've got all the balls in your your vision, in your sight of.
Yeah, you don't want to end up on the other side of the 5, to the right side of the 5, because then it makes it easy. Now you have to figure out a way to get past, you know, the 8 out of play, you know.
He's gonna. That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, he might be able to just, you know, cinch it here. Just use a little punch stroke, and if he's able to get the 5 to come off the rail after you make the 9, just stop by the front of the pocket. Hit the right side of the 9 a bit. Boom.
Yeah, I was going to say, he won't mind if he makes that as well. He's got a shot on the 6 as well.
Yeah, that would have been even better if he would have made the 5.
Yeah, almost did.
Question here is, does he feel comfortable, you know, coming off the rail just slight bit to play it in the corner, or does he want to play in the side?
You know, this is the 4th day today, and I don't think I've seen the bridge used as much as I've seen it used today.
Yeah, Interesting, right? How the game
Yeah.
works. So it makes this game beautiful. You never know. You know, someone mentioned once many years ago, I don't remember who it was, that what they love about pool is as long as they've been playing, they've never broken the balls and had the same exact layout ever.
That's
Might
the
have
beauty
some
of it,
that are
isn't it?
similar, but never the same exact one.
That's what keeps us coming back for more. Every rack is a new challenge.
Yeah. Well, what keeps most people coming back for more too is the pursuit of perfection, knowing that they can only attain it for a very short period of time, for a moment at a time, right?
Yeah, and to win one of these tournaments, you need to keep getting better and better as the tournament goes on, because each player you play is harder and harder and harder.
Yeah. The further you get into the tournament, the less mistakes you can afford to make.
So here we go then. We're going to go all square, 1-1, and we'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the Michigan Open here, the CSI Predator Pro Billiard Series. It's stop number 3. Arizona. Fedor Gorst was the hottest in the desert. In Vegas, Wu wowed the crowds at the Rio. Who is going to be best in Battle Creek? Well, we're going to find out. It could be Gomez, could be he, could be Szolnoski, or it could be Mr. Yapp.
That's correct.
And it's a dry break.
Came up dry here and left him a shot in the one. I don't know if he's dead straight, but a shot is a shot is a shot, right?
Yeah, and you're just talking about, having to have consistency and keep playing well for long periods of time. And no one's done it more recently than the guy at the table right now, Aloysius Yapp.
Yeah, he had quite the run in the US Open.
This is 4th semi-final in the last 4 tournaments.
Yeah.
That's pretty good going, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 semis and 1 final.
Look how good he hit that ball, Mark.
Wow.
I mean, he had great control on that shot. That was not an easy shot to control. And he doesn't want to get or end up with too much of an angle on the 3 ball, because he wants to be able to draw it back somewhat, hit it full enough to be able to draw it back. If he has a thin hit, then he has to contend with all those balls up there. You know, the 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, seeing some
So,
lovely camera angles here, aren't we?
oh yeah. Over here, I think he's going to come off the rail and try to leave the cue ball more or less where it's at right now. That's the
Yeah,
ideal angle there. It wouldn't make sense to go uptown, right? To
I just wondered how long it was going to be until I heard you say uptown.
yeah. See, more or less where it's at now, right? Perfect.
Yeah, that's lovely. Can just run this in.
And when he shoots a 7, he might want to go. I mean, he can go 2 rails either side. I know most players prefer to keep it on the side where the ball is at, where the 7 is at, I mean. The thing with that is that now you possibly put the 9 in play. So over here, go 2 rails.
I mean,
get straight.
He is one guy this week that has really adapted to the speed of the table. A lot of players have been saying that, yeah, there's another example of it. Just finished the right side of the 6 there, Tony. And he has adapted very well to the speed of the tables.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They all run differently, of course, don't they? With the, you know, no 2 tables run the same. Not totally, anyway. Yeah. So just
now he's going to make sure you look at the middle diamond there. You want to get past that middle diamond on the long rail. You want to go closer to the first diamond, nearest the side pocket, right? Closer to the side pocket. That way,
just low,
you take the 9 out of play. You don't have to worry about ending up with an angle where you're going to run into the 9. See, he's right past that diamond. Now he's in good shape.
Yeah, looking to go 2-1
I mean,
ahead.
if you had to pick one player, right, Mark, that's been the most consistent, like you said in the last 4 events, it's got to be him.
Yeah. I mean, he's like a machine. But I must say, terrific work ethic as well. He's always on the practice table, always in here till, well, he's one of the last to leave, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Nicely playing into the side of the pocket there, making sure straightish 10 is going to go 2-1 ahead. So the advantage then to the youngster from Singapore, and we say youngster, 25 years old. His mum gave him permission to leave school, travelled to China to hone his craft, to learn the trade, and it's certainly paid off, hasn't it?
It sure has, because listen. I don't think his mother's going to argue with the fact that he just made $25,000 for second in the U.S. Open. That's just one tournament. That's not including this one and the 2 previous ones before that. So,
yeah, he could, of course, have another paycheck for $12,000 from this one.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's funny. I need to borrow about 11 of it.
There's a happy couple look in the background there, having a nice little chat and a smile.
Yeah.
Lovely to see. Huge crowds here, of course. There's an amateur event going on at the moment as well.
Yeah, the amateur event here is stellar. They have a ton of players.
And it's just full of teams enjoying their pool, and it's great to see. And we still don't have a nickname for Yapp. I don't think he has a nickname, does he?
Not that I know of.
Almost got kicked into the side after the 4 then. Now then, can he get through to that 1 ball?
I think he can make it. I think and it's automatic position for the 2. What I'm looking at is does the 3 go past the 8? I can't tell from here. The 3 goes past the 8.
I'm guessing
maybe we can take a look at that. But if it does, and he ends up dead straight on the 2 ball, he has a great opportunity to run this one out as well and get on the hill.
Just maybe twisting it round with a little bit of right, or is he aiming centre there?
He got up a little bit on that one, but he still made it. So I assume since he got straight on the 2, the 3 does go.
Yeah, he's just come around and had a look.
He just wants to get either straight or a slight angle and draw it back and end up with a bit of an angle on the 7. but it won't hurt if you end up with an angle on the 5 and draw and slightly, do a little bumperoni on the 7, right?
A bumperoni. Oh, he's played
Oh,
that
so
well.
you see, the 3 didn't
Oh,
go
he
past the
didn't.
8.
No, so
it
he
didn't go past the 8.
And you see the
that?
way that cue ball slowed off that
Yep.
rail, played it with lots of left-hand English,
Yep.
and he just didn't quite get through it enough. So it's a little bit of a tester here. Still fancying to make it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if he can get around the 10 or the 8. The 10 is a pretty big ball. There's a thin cut here, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he might have to put the cue ball underneath the 8. I mean the 10 ball. So it all depends. Let's see. We're about to find out. I don't think.
Yeah, also a very good shot maker. And here we go. We're going to know if this is in before Aloysius himself knows. Look at that technique. Everything straight in line as we go back to the side angle. Oh, and he's miscued. Head up again. And then you said on that last shot that he came up on the shot slightly. He came right up on that one.
Yeah, well, most people, for those of you out there that are learning the game, what he did there is he elevated his elbow as he stroked the ball. And what happens when you elevate your elbow, the tip goes down. And once the tip goes down, you're more than likely to scoop up the cue ball.
Yeah. Head up, everything up, butter the cue, down goes the tip,
yeah,
up goes the cue ball.
Most people do the opposite. Most people lower down the elbow, and when you lower down the elbow, it raises the tip.
Yeah.
I've had people come to me, telling me there's no way I can't get draw if I know I'm hitting the ball low, but they don't realize they're dropping the elbow and raising the tip, right?
I love
that. You're going to try to put the 3 behind the 8 off the 10? Well, that's what it looked like he was trying to do.
Well, that's not a bad shot, Yeah. You've got the brilliant cue ball there. Now then.
See, the way he was aiming, it looked like he was trying to cam the 3 off the 10 and put it underneath the 8. But he focused more on the speed of the cue ball, which is very smart. I think he's going to hit this very thin and try to go between the 9 and the rail and the 6 and the rail. Leave the cue ball up there behind that cluster of balls. Yep, he hit it great.
Oh, he's got lots to hide. He's got loads to hide behind Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great shot. Perfect weight on the cue ball once again. So both players have got the speed of the table down.
They sure have, because look at the difference between this match and the match that Roberto Gomez played with Kachi. He struggled with the cue ball, kept overhitting every shot, remember?
We're going airborne. Almost made it. Now then, needs a bit of luck. He hasn't got it. Oh dear. Now then, big chance to go on the hill.
Yep. This is his opportunity to go on the hill here. And he gets it done. He gets it done usually when he has an open rack.
When I go back to the UK, whenever that might be, my mum's not going to understand a word I say because I'm going to be talking like a New Yorker.
Yeah.
I'm going to be eating bagels and.
You're going to go to and say, forget about it.
Has to be careful here. The 9 ball doesn't want to hook himself. Not hook himself, but
he's good right there. Yeah, I mean, it was not. Yeah.
I was just worried about him coming in front of it and having awkward cueing. Then he can't
you don't want
reach
you don't want to end up on top of Mount Everest. Yeah, you don't want to end up with the ball. So I know what you're saying.
You don't want to go mountain climbing, not at this stage of the tournament.
We're playing pool. We're not mountain climbing, right?
Yeah. It's a big enough mountain to climb to win a tournament.
Oh,
let alone bringing your own into it.
I wonder if he has enough of an angle here to go 2 rails, like right past the side with follow. Because if not, he might have to draw this. But I think he might have enough angle.
He's in between the 10 and 9?
In between the 9 and the rail and the side pocket, right?
Okay.
So he's going to go 2 rails. 1, 2.
Oh, beautiful,
and then between the 9 and the side pocket, right? You hit it great.
Had a lovely angle there, didn't he?
Yeah. Now he goes 2 rails here again and goes towards the 9.
And this is where he's usually so good, finishing off racks, pinpoint position.
Nice speed.
Oh, he's got that. He's got that Arcos cue ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On a thread at the moment. Round 3 rails probably here.
That's correct. Always hit it with enough speed to make sure that you come off that final rail. That way you avoid freezing to the rail.
Yes, sir. I'm never going to forget that. So, Aloysius then to go on the hill. And he's on it. And we will be back straight after this short break. Don't go anywhere. We're back. Aloysius Yapp is on the hill 3-1 against Hungary's Oliver Szolnoski. So the all-important break. Make a ball. Have a look at the one ball at least. Hopefully have a nice shot on it, Tony.
Yeah, and this kid breaks as good, as solid as anyone on tour.
Oh, that's a nice break.
Yeah, 10 ball came close to going in.
Oh, lucky. I thought it was just going to clip the cue ball in with the 4 there. Well, look at this 10 ball.
Yeah, I wonder if the 5 goes off the 10.
Yeah.
If the 5 goes off the 10, he can just go one rail with inside spin and play position for the pocket closest to the cue ball. Assuming he can make it. I don't know if he can.
4 ball is a bit of an issue as well, of course.
I mean, another defensive opportunity that he has here is to nip the 1 ball off the 5 and send the 1 towards a 9 and have the cue ball come off the long rail with inside English, then hit the other long rail and go underneath the 7 and the 8.
I like that. Could be playing that. He's aiming low, he's digging down.
I think he's going to bank it past the 5 ball. He has room to do that. And then slide the cube underneath the 4 and the 2 and the 9. Oh, no. Oh, he's going the other way.
Wow.
Yeah,
Has he got cover? Is he
He got it. He got it, but I think that was a risky shot.
I'm not sure he has, you know.
Yeah, that was a risky shot.
That was very risky. I like the way you suggested playing that one. I think he can see this one. I think he's got an edge there, you know. A cameraman doing the best to just get a shot of it.
Well, if you go
Ways.
the other route, right, that I suggested, you have two balls to possibly go behind, so you don't depend on the speed that much. And on top of
I'm
that,
pretty sure he's got an edge here. Look, he's playing
oh
it.
yeah, no, he can definitely see
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So that's a
Up,
bad.
up, up, up,
Oh,
up,
and
up.
that's not a
That's
good
not
shot.
good.
He's misjudged
Yeah,
the path of the cue ball there. Can see the edge of it again, though. Two ball will be going close to the right hand.
thinks he's
Corner
studying it
pocket.
to see if he can hit it dead square.
That would be
What do you
lovely,
think,
wouldn't it?
Mark?
That would be lovely to kill the cue ball behind it. I don't
Yeah.
think he can, though. I think he's is he going round first?
I mean, if we went two rails first and hit it, tapped it lightly, right? Oh, he's going to go for the cross bank. But if he went two rails first and tapped it lightly and just send it towards a 4, there's a possibility the cue ball could end up crawling behind the 8. But I think he feels more comfortable with the cross bank.
Yeah, I think he needs.
He's going to have to hit this very thin, though, in order to play a defensive, shot, return safety.
He avoided the double kiss. Unfortunately, he avoided the pocket as well.
Yeah.
And he's left it. It was a risky shot, Tony. See, that's one of them shots. He didn't play an outright safety, didn't play an outright pot, chose something in the middle, and
Yeah.
he's got something in the middle. Nothing.
Yeah, absolutely right. The challenge that Aloysius has here in this rack is the 4 to the 5. The 5 to the 7 is easy, even if you end up frozen on the rail after pocketing the 5. So that's not an issue. It's a 4 to the 5. So the question is he going to try to get by the center of the table? Ooh, he overhit that.
He's overhit it, yeah.
He overhit that by a lot.
Well,
And that might have been a blessing because he might have a perfect angle to draw off the rail and bump the 9 out of the way. Assuming that the 3 goes in the side.
I think it does pass him to the side. He's had a look at it. Yeah, he's looking at it, look. A blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Just to remind viewers, there is a 30-second shot clock. Each player gets 1 extension per rack, 60 seconds after the break and 60 seconds after a push out.
That's correct. So let's see if he ends up coming off the rail and doing a little bumperoni on the 9 ball there, right?
He hasn't got the whole pocket to go at here, and he's missed it.
Well, he hit the 9. He went into the 9, but he overcut the 3 ball.
Yeah, I just wonder, and that's a sure sign that there was too much concentration on the cue ball, trying to get it over towards the 9 ball.
Yeah.
And
I think the other factor, too, Mark, was the fact that the 5 ball is blocking part of that pocket. You couldn't fit 2 trucks there. You can only fit 1, right? Reason why I use the word truck when I explain that to my students when I'm giving lessons is to give them the confidence that if you can fit a truck, making the ball shouldn't be a problem.
We use exactly the same expression, but we say a double-decker bus.
Oh, double-decker bus. That's great. Oh, look at that.
I'll let you use that one as well. Give them a taste of London.
Yeah. I read a book to my little one, my 4-year-old boy, called Little Blue Truck, and in one of them it has a double-decker bus, So I'm not sure if he can see this.
I think he's trying to just twist it round. Look, aiming low left, as you can see on your screens. Just going to twist it round.
Oh, yeah, he can see it for sure.
Yeah.
He can see the entire ball, yeah. Now, that's great because, listen.
Well, look at this. It's a 7-10 combo.
He can shoot the 7-10 combo. I think that's a smart shot because you're minimizing the movement of the cue ball, right? We've spoken about that many times throughout the all the matches that we've covered thus far.
If you don't want to keep going uptown and downtown.
Yeah. But you're not required to do anything special,
He saved 1 rack. Gonna go 3-2. In it goes, and we are going as well, but not for long. We're going for a break. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek, and it's the first battle, the first semi-final between Aloysius Yapp playing against Oliver Szolnoski. Yapp 3-2 ahead, and I don't know about you, I couldn't be happier. I'm in heaven here. I'm surrounded by pool tables, pool players. I've got my Reese's peanut butter cup, and I've got the great Tony Robles right next to me. The fountain of knowledge that never stops, well, spurting great information.
No, I love it. I love being here with you, Mark. It's a pleasure. And from what I understand, we might be listening to you in Ohio, right?
I've been invited to Ohio, yes, to Wilmington.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you there too, bud.
On the 13th of October. Cannot wait.
So Oliver made a ball on the break, has a nice shot on the one, and a great opportunity to tie it hill here in the first match. Just when it looked like Aloysius was going to take the first set, we might possibly have a hill here, the first one.
And the break, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Always a bit straight on this. Now, do you like drawing this all the way back and playing the 4 off the rail past the 8, or even playing the 4-8 combo?
I like that if I can get past the 7, but, you know, there is a possibility that he has enough angle to hit it with slow follow and a little bit of right to just barely get past the 6 and shoot the 4 in the side.
That's what he's looking at, isn't it? Now, calls the extension, so that's his one used for this rack.
Because both the 4 and the 5 go in the side, and what I like about shooting the 4 in the side is that if you overcut it, it's still going to go off the 9. So it's a much bigger pocket, right?
Yeah, I like that.
See, but that surprised me because I would have come. He had enough angle to come off the bottom rail.
Was he not worried about?
No, he didn't have the angle to do that.
No?
He did not have the angle to do that. He could have come off, even if he hit it fuller. There was no way. The 9 is automatic. Makes a 4 automatic. So what if you send the 9 up table, right? There's no way you're going to really miss that 4 ball off the 9 ball, right? Now he has to work with the angle a bit here and do something special. He hit it great. He hit it dead straight into the pocket, but now
it's getting tougher. The
trouble
is
one side of the line is
snowballing.
tough to get back in line, you know.
But you can just drop this in, as you say. It's a bigger pocket with the 9 ball there, and there you see he's just going to drop it in and leave himself a lot further away from the 6.
And that's what's good about hitting the 4 so perfectly, because it gives him the opportunity to use a 9 for the 5 should he hit it bad, you know. Now here he has to go 2 rails, because if he tries to get past that 10, the ball might slide on him and he'll end up hitting the left side of the 10, and hitting the left side of the 10 will send the cue ball towards the upper left-hand corner pocket.
So just a little bit of inside.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tad, we say.
No, you actually need a lot on this one, because you want to make sure, you see, you need a lot.
He's missed it.
But you see, by getting out of line, it cost him, because when you shoot that shot
harder and harder.
There you go.
Harder and harder. Now then, this does cut a chance then for Aloysius to take the first set.
Well, Aloysius has an opportunity to make the 8 ball here, and then bank the 6 ball 3 rails, possibly 4 rails, and by the 9 ball, you know, and the same side as the 9 ball, and have the cue ball come off the rail, pocket the 8. Oh, but if it does that,
look,
but you see,
I don't agree with that shot.
But you see that?
I really don't agree with that.
No. He drew it too much. That's what happened there. He drew it too much.
It's still too risky. It shows it can go wrong, because it did go wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a need to play that, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it was a dead cam, so I don't know. I mean, I would have felt comfortable playing it.
You would?
Yeah.
Would you have played it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No doubt about it, yeah.
I stand corrected.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with standing corrected. It's what you feel comfortable with. I might feel comfortable with it, but you might not. And if you don't feel comfortable with it, you're supposed to go for the safe, correct?
I'm quite comfortable where I am. Thank you very much.
But I feel comfortable with it. I feel like that was the right shot. And I tell people all this all the time too when I give lessons. I said just because you made the mistake doesn't necessarily mean you took the incorrect shot. You hit it bad. But if you make it in
It's
according
only
to
the
what you
wrong
planned
shot if it goes. It's not the wrong shot, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's only
Yep.
the wrong shot if you don't get it.
Yep. But now we're going to a hill thriller.
Yeah. And we
Yeah, I
are
know.
not going anywhere. We are staying here. We hope you are as well. The crowded arena here. The Kellogg Arena. In it goes. So 3-3 it is.
And I know Loisius is he's not too happy with himself right now, but he's really good at keeping himself composed and letting go of a mistake. But he's had like 2 or 3 opportunities to close his set out, and
yeah,
unfortunately did not. So
might worry some players, but as you said, he's got a great head on his shoulders. I don't
Mhm.
think it will get to him. He'll forget about that. It's gone. Give me the next rack. Give me one chance in the next rack. So we still have another semi-final to come for you, of course. Straight after this, we will be seeing Roberto Gomez, Superman, flying high at the moment.
yeah, he's
Against
had quite a number of great wins this event, huh?
Yeah, and playing against Mario He, Austria's Mario He, and I tell you, he's been queuing so well this week. And I've watched him around the arena, and when he's been asked to come off the table, somebody else wants to go on and practice. Yeah, no problem. Oh, could you go over there? Yeah, no problem. Everything's no problem.
Yeah.
To Mario, lovely, lovely guy, very quiet, and they call him Panda, don't they?
Yeah. No, he's awesome. He's awesome. I actually went to a restaurant with him a couple of days ago to eat. You ready for this?
Go on. What did you have?
The food was so great, I ate more than he did.
It's a dry break. Look, almost made the 2 and the 3. Now then, take us through this rack.
Over here, he might have to play it safe. If he can make that one ball in the corner, he's got to go for it, because he's really good at this shot. He just called it. You see that? If the one goes by the 9, you have to go for it, because you don't want to give Oliver another opportunity at the table. But the key here is to really focus on making that one ball. Even if the cue ball runs into the 4 ball, the 3 is close enough to the pocket where he can still make something happen there. And he made it.
Oh, great shot. And he's going to have a shot on the 2
Yep.
as well, of course, because the 3 is hanging over. So a nice, easy combo. So this could be the first set to Aloysius Yapp. And I've got no favourites to win this, of course. I'm completely impartial. Any one of the 4 can win it.
But I don't think that Aloysius is going to give up the opportunity of winning this rack after having had several opportunities the past couple of racks.
It's
So
gone
he's
slightly wrong.
going to take his time, use the clock to his advantage.
Yeah, it's been going off mid-stroke for a lot of
Believe
players.
it or not,
like
I
to-
actually like drawing here, if you can believe it, and playing the 4 in the same pocket, or coming off the long rail and then leaving it by the spot.
There you see again, interrupted by the shock clock.
See, he's going to go 2 rails and then go by where the spot is, which is very smart, right?
That's great. Now the perfect angle.
Well, here he
To
has
get
to
to
be
the
careful
5.
with the 8 ball. I don't suggest hitting this with inside spin, only because, to go with inside spin, because then you have to contend with the side pocket and the corner pocket. You definitely have to hit it with outside, but you have to make sure that you get the 8 out of play. See, he hit it a little soft, right? Because he was wanting to make sure that he didn't run into the 8, but he also wanted to make sure that he doesn't get straight on the 5. And for a right-hander, this is a lot easier than it is for a left-hander. So that's why he's taking out his extension.
Takes
and
it off again.
Yeah, and just like he did in the one ball, he has to shoot this very quickly. He only has 6 seconds. He already used his timeout. Very nice.
Yeah, played it exactly the right speed.
Hmm.
Any harder, and that might not have dropped.
That's why he made it.
Perfect angle on the 6 now. Come back center table.
And again, we come to this shot where I tell people that I love coming off the second rail just to guarantee that I don't end up straight on the 7. Right?
Yeah, beautiful.
See, a lot of people like to hit that shot one rail and stop where they stop now, and the tendency is to overhit, and that's why they end up straight on the 7, right? You come off that second rail, you guarantee you're never straight.
Yeah, stayed the right side. This is perfect angle just to draw across for the 9.
And I'm okay with him leaving it by the top rail to come down, but also, you know, right? Just like that. See that? Leave it right by the top rail to
Made
come
sure
down.
he left himself an angle. Didn't want to finish straight.
Yeah,
So
well, you don't
this
have,
is
you just
easy.
roll it. You don't come off the rail and, you know, stop past the center of the table. Just pure follow.
He's hit that.
He almost overhit it. He almost overhit it. He felt it as soon as he struck the ball.
Resets himself. Here we go then. This 10 for 1-0. And we'll be right back with a second set very, very soon. Welcome back to the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Michigan Open. Stop 3 on the tour, and Aloysius Yapp has got, well, half the job done. He's won the first set, second set, and he breaks off with a chance in the second.
And if Yapp manages to win this match, it'll be his second consecutive finals, right? In 2 weeks, which is very impressive.
Oh,
look at that break.
this
That
for a
break was spectacular.
Oh, well, it's not too bad. He's got a shot at this. Probably play it in the corner.
Yeah. He can either play in the corner. If he feels comfortable enough, he'll play it in the side. But I like playing it in the corner because you can come across and play the 2 ball in the side pocket, right?
Yeah, he needs to get that cue ball out off the rail, doesn't he? Is he going in the side?
He's thinking about it. I kind of like the fact that if you shoot the one in the corner, if you fail to pocket it, you might end up behind the 2 or the 4. Or if the 1 hits a point and comes out by the first diamond, you have the 6, 8, and 10 blocking it,
Yeah, he's just called the corner. So here we go then.
And you want to come off that second rail, right? Nice shot.
Yeah.
And come off the second rail, but he hit it too soft. But to make it worse, I think he needed to hit it with a little bit of right. See, that's what he's looking at. He knew he needed a little more right. He probably intended to and mishit it. I don't know. But he needed a little more right to make sure when he came off that second rail, if he ends up by the first diamond closest to the upper right-hand corner pocket, there's no way he could have gotten stuck.
Yeah, he's got the short stick out. Aloysius Yapp is going up. He's called the bank.
I think that's a better shot because he can control the cue ball more. He might be able to draw it underneath the 4. If you try to cut it in, you have more movement on the cue ball, and you could even possibly come off the short rail and come off the 5 ball and scratch in the corner pocket. Oh, unfortunately, he drew it straight.
He's drawn it into there. Now needs a little bit of luck to tie something up. He hasn't had it. So, chance then for Oliver.
Well, this is Oliver's opportunity to get back into the match and start working towards a victory in the second set.
And of course, with
just be careful not to touch the ball.
With this format, the best Oliver can hope for now, though, is a shootout. And that's the beauty of winning that first set, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Someone asked me earlier, stopped by here and asked me, what do you like about this format? I said, I like the fact that it gives me a better shot at winning against the elite players. You know why I say that? Because, let's say I lose the first set 4-1, right? And I win the next set 4-3, right? You can actually win less games than your opponent, or let's say, for example, and still end up having a chance to win the match in the shootout.
Played that really nice.
Yeah.
Finished absolutely perfect on this 6 ball. Just a nice little stun. And he's got perfect shape on this. In fact, just running it off the side rail even easier.
Mm-hmm.
There you have it. It's going to be 1-0. Szolnoski.
Yeah, all he needs to do is go one. I prefer to come off the second rail here if he decides to go across. Come off the second rail.
Very nicely done. So the Hungarian then taking the first rack in this set, Tony.
After a tough hill lost the first set.
Yeah,
trying to grind his way back to a shootout.
It's pretty even, isn't it? There's not much in it at all. Equal mistakes, I would say. Yeah. We're 4-all in racks, really, although it's, one set already, but we are, as you were talking about the number of racks that you win, we're basically 4-all in overall racks.
Yeah, they both made some uncharacteristic mistakes that you don't expect them to do, but they're trying to shake off the nerves a bit, because this is a semifinal, So they're starting to feel the pressure a bit, but they're so composed that they just stay focused on the prize. You know that's why they're both going back and forth, and they're so evenly matched because they're not letting any one mistake dictate the rest of the match.
Oliver stands up and steps up, and in the background,
watch how hard he hits him.
Sharik in the background there. Look, that's one of Aloysius's
and
friends.
his coach. Look how he controls that cue ball. I mean, he just has such a solid break.
Killed it dead.
But look at that. Look at that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
He can't believe it. Slaps his thigh.
Yeah.
Now then.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating when you know you're hitting him good and you don't make anything.
Aloysius has a shot on this one ball.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out how he's going to get past that 5 ball. You know, once he gets past that 5 ball, he's in good shape. There you go.
Yeah, played it a little thinner than he had to as well. Played it into the left-hand side of the pocket, didn't he? Which took him past the 5, as you said.
That's correct. And with the perfect angle for the 2-way combo, right? Because now you can get the cue ball off the rail. And then there with a nice shot on the 2 for the 3.
You see Arcadia. That is the cloth that we're using, Predator cloth.
Predator cloth, Arcadia, yeah. See, now some players like to go 3 rails here with follow, and some players like to go back and forth. I think back and forth works better on the new cloth because when you try to hit with a follow, it slows down the speed of the cue ball, as we've witnessed that several times.
He's played that nicely. Oliver with a Fargo of 7.78.
It's going to go 1 rail here. Slightly past it. Shoot the 4 ball with low left. Make sure the 9 ball doesn't come into play. The 6 to the 7 is going to be the key here because I don't believe that the 7 goes in the side pocket. Make sure the 9 is not in play. Very nice.
I've just had a look at Aloysius's Fargo, 817 already.
That's amazing. That's unbelievable. That's very impressive. You know what I like about this shot is if he gets a correct angle, just the right angle, he can end up either drawing it back to where he's at now and go 2 rails and go past the side, the spot to end up with an angle. The other option that he has is coming with follow off the top rail and the long rail and just ending up with a cut shot on the 6 ball. But this is probably easier because he doesn't have to move the cue ball much. But the key here is to make sure that he hits it full enough to avoid going behind the 9. Because if he hits this on the thin side, there's a chance the cue ball might go behind the 9. So if anything, you want to hit this on the thicker side to make sure that you change the angle coming off the 6 so that if you overhit it, you don't go behind the 9. Man, he hit that so good.
Judged to perfection.
Yeah. I mean, you had to hit at that speed in order to get there.
Oh, killed the cue ball there beautifully. Just stole a little bit on the pocket.
Hit it with a little speed to extend the angle a bit. There you go.
We're going to be 1-1. Second set. We'll be back soon in Battle Creek. Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Battle Creek. We're just over halfway through our first semi-final. Still another one to come, of course. Mario He against Roberto Gomez still to come. And then the final after that. So lots more action still to come on Billiard TV. Live from the Kellogg Arena here in Michigan.
Yeah, it's been an interesting tournament. The winner of Roberto versus Mario will play the winner of this match, which is sure to be a very exciting very exciting match. Almost scratched there, but didn't make a ball on the break.
Dry again, and all of a sudden, well, it's not left anything easy, but there's an easy safety, of course.
Yeah,
there you see where he wants that cue ball.
Yeah, he definitely needs to hide the cue ball here, underneath the 9 and the 6, because to try to put it behind the 3 is not impossible, but I think it's slightly tougher.
Looks like he's trying to put the 1 ball behind and the white behind the 3. I don't like that, do you?
Yeah.
Tony?
Well, I mean, he might feel more comfortable with that shot, That's why I said,
maybe.
Those are his 2 options, but I think placing it behind the 3 is a little tougher, You have to hit it with, more control. You have to have more control for that one.
That's the way
that's what he's doing.
He is going that way.
And he's going to try to hide the 1 underneath the 9.
I didn't like that shot.
Wow.
I didn't like that
Look
shot.
at that.
He got it.
Well, for a second, I thought he got away with it.
Yeah, I didn't like
That's
that.
what I said. It's a tougher shot. It's a much tougher shot. It's harder to control. Because now he left Aloysius with an opportunity to put the 1 in front of the 9 and the cue ball behind the 8. Or by the 8, depending how thin he hits a 1. But he does not want to hit this hard at all.
Yeah, I mean, quite an easy hit, but needs to get it safe as well.
Well, he made sure he hit it with enough speed so that the cue ball goes past the 9, so that way he takes off the kick from the top rail, So what he needs to do here is just tap it. You don't want to hit it too hard because then you might leak the 1 out and give him another run out. You just want to tap it.
He's caught the 9 ball. Well, and we are playing, just to let you know, we're playing the 3 foul rule. Mm-hmm. That's another way you can win the rack, of course. And I think he's going to be hooked here. Or is he going for it? I don't think he can.
No, he's going to try. He's going to try to go 3 rails here, but I mean, I'm surprised he's trying to do that with the 7 and the 3 there, especially the 3 there.
Needs to be
I would
precise,
think he would want to hit it thin from the other side and then just go around. It's just that, if he leaves it by the first diamond in the bottom rail.
Oh, look, he's run out of time.
Better make sure he doesn't make that ball.
If he'd have knocked the 8 in there.
But he's not happy there because I think if he would have thinned the 1 ball and go 2 rails and leave it by the first diamond on the right-hand side, the bottom rail, he would have eliminated the top rail. So since he overhit this, he left him an easy kick. See, now he can do that and then place the cue ball behind those balls. He didn't, unfortunately. But that was a move there.
Now then.
Oh, now he still has to play safe here. I mean, I don't think he can carry him the 8 from here. I don't think he has the angle to do that unless he ends up elevating the cue.
Yeah, he's caught the 8 ball, I think. I think he is carrying it. Or is he?
Unless he's shooting the combo. If he's going to shoot the combo and then play position for the 1 in the lower left-hand pocket, that would be awesome for him because now the 1 is near the 2. Right, you see how the 1 is near the 2, but he wanted...
Oh, he's played that beautifully.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that he hit that as full as possible, which he did, right, in order to control the 1. But now you see where the 2 is? If the 2 goes in the right-hand side pocket, he should be fine.
Yeah,
if it doesn't, then now he has to play a safe.
Pretty sure it does, Tony. Yeah. No extension, of course. All of a sudden, goes into fast forward mode.
Mm-hmm. Up.
He's caught it a little bit thinner than he would have liked, but he's okay. Straightforward here.
So I have no idea if the 2 goes past the 9. I can't tell from this angle. But if it does, yep, he called it. He's going to have to hit this with high right and stop right by the center of the table. But make sure he doesn't overhit it because, oh, he's going to hit it with low. So I guess he's going to go 2 rails. So I guess he's looking to go 3 rails. He's going to try to go past the 6, go 1, 2, 3 rails to the 4. Unless he's going to draw before the 6. I don't even know if he has that angle. Nope, he did go the 3 rails.
Oh, don't go near that side pocket. Don't go near the side. Oh. Yeah, seemed to go around the houses a little bit there.
I'm trying to figure out if he had an angle to just go with following right, come off the top rail and take the slightly tougher shot on the 4, you know?
On the 3, yeah. Yeah, that was uncharacteristic, shall we say.
Yeah, and you know, Oliver's going to take full advantage. I mean, he virtually jumped out of his chair. Oh, this is a chance. This is a chance. You know, I got to take advantage of it, you know. These guys are hungry out there. And I had the pleasure of watching Oliver play a bit in the U.S. Open, and what a player he is too. He's been coming, like I said earlier, he's been coming in the top for the last couple events as well.
And we've got used to lots of players, of course, coming out of Poland, the UK, of course.
Yeah.
Philippines, China. But you don't hear of too many pool players coming out of Hungary.
Yeah, well, he's definitely one of the top ones, that's for sure.
Hopefully, a lot of his fellow countrymen will see him playing, and women, and think, hey, I can play that. That looks easy. Get involved in it. Get a few lessons from Tony Robles. We'll get you over there, and you can start a pool revolution in Hungary. What about that?
I think Oliver would do a good job doing that by inspiring them. But yeah, I would love to go there. Never been there. So over here, he's going to draw the cue ball back, slightly past where he's at now, maybe even to the side pocket. That's it right there. Okay, so he had a slight angle. That's great. So now he's just going to play the 10 ball in the same pocket. Yeah, Aloysius is like, you know, doesn't look happy. He's like shaking his head.
Yeah, just a few little mistakes creeping into Aloysius's game at the moment. And it's going to be 2-1 to the man from Hungary. Talking of Hungary, I'm getting hungry. So what's the plans from here on then? You're going to go and play the Ohio event, but you're on a bit of a road trip again.
Yeah, I'm going to start driving back down to Florida tomorrow, make a couple of stops, stay at a couple of friends' houses, and one in Tennessee, and then a hotel in Georgia, and then drive straight home from there.
Perfect. Miami, Florida, right?
That's correct, and I'm looking forward to seeing my little one again, my beautiful wife, spend a little time with them, week and a half, 2 weeks before I head back up here to Ohio.
So, Aloysius with a lot to think about now. He himself could be going 3-1 down. It could be Oliver on the hill this time. First.
Well, that's his intention right now. Let's see how he hits these. Oh, he made the 3 ball, and he made another ball. He made 2 balls on the break, and has a nice shot on the 1 ball. I think he needs to go 3 rails here past the 5 ball to end up on the other side. And the reason why I like that route is because there are no balls to contend with on the bottom left-hand side of the table. Whereas if he tries to come one rail down and he underhits it or runs into one of those balls, he's going to end up in a world of trouble. And he does have a nice angle here, good enough angle to be able to get past the 5 ball. It's going to go 1, 2, 3 rails. Is he going to go one rail? Okay, for a second there, I thought he was going to try to go one rail because he was queuing high. All right, so he went to 3 rails. He chose that route. I think he might end up straight on the 2 ball. I can't tell from this angle, but if he is, he's going to have to hit this with low right in order to play the 4 in the same pocket. If he does have an angle, he can play the 4 in the side pocket. Oh. He overhit that.
Well, he has overhit it.
Yeah, I think he's either going to have to play safe here or, I mean, you have to play safe here. Because, I mean, this is one of those percentage shots that I told you about, Mark, where, you know, can you make this 10 out of 10 guaranteed every time? No. Can you make the safe 10 out of 10? Yes, 1,000 out of 1,000. If you have a shot, you can make 1,000 out of 1,000. You have to be crazy not to go for it.
Wow, he overhit it. Okay, but he's left the easy one railer now.
Yeah, he's a little bummed because he was trying to place a cue ball on the other side of the 8 ball, so that way he can cut off the long rail, and I think he failed to do that.
I've just been having a little think back through our 4 days. This is the 4th day, of course, that we arrived a couple of days before. And I've just been going over, you know, I've been sitting in this commentary box. I don't know, I've been doing a little bit of stuff here and there. And it's been very, very interesting. I had some very interesting people in the commentary booth, apart from yourself, of course. We've had Alex Kazakis giving us some great stories about Kelly Fisher and his time winning the Masters this year, talking about his home country, Greece, and the road trip he's having with the guys at the moment. Oliver's one of them, of course. So they can't go anywhere until Oliver, well, Mario He, of course, he's in the, maybe there's something in this, you know.
Yeah.
Mario He and Oliver Szolnoski in the same car as Alex Kazakis.
He has to watch a scratch here in the side pocket. Okay.
Ooh, barely
Continue,
hit it.
buddy. So you were saying?
Yeah, and there's some great stories about their road trip, and it's really nice to get to know the players, you know, outside of the pool world, what they like, what they're doing, and
that's correct.
Driving around. And they're on the road for a month now, these guys, you know, driving all over America. I believe they might even be stopping in to see you at some point.
Yeah, they might be stopping by Miami. I told them if they stop by, let me know. We'll go hang out. So over here, he needs to come off the top rail and stop more or less, you know, go past where the head spot is.
It looks like that's
just
safe.
A little bit of high left. What was that?
No, I was just going to say, it looks like that safety
that
Oliver played is going to pay dividends.
Yeah. Yeah, because this will give him a chance to get on the hill. What I don't like about this is that he came up a little short, and he needs to make sure that he pockets the 7 without touching that 8. If he grazes it, he might end up with an awkward angle. So
he might even push it into the 10.
Yeah, hopefully he'll have a full. Oh yeah, he definitely has a full enough hit there for sure. Oof. Almost missed that one, huh?
Tried to miss it.
Yeah, he didn't try hard enough, I guess. Over here, go 3 rails, high right. Just make sure that you don't make the mistake that some players make, where when you end up by the center of the table, you end up paralleling the 9, the cue ball, and the 10, and then end up having to shoot over the 10.
Yeah, we saw it in the first rack of this match, didn't we, with Aloysius, and ended up miscuing.
Yeah. Yeah, see here, he just went past that point where all 3 balls are lined up, so he doesn't have to worry about shooting over the 10.
Pretty good to me.
This is the shot that he if he makes, he goes on the hill.
He avoided the mountain, but he's made the hill.
Yeah. I love that. That's great.
Every now and then I might come up with something
Oh, no, you
a
do.
little bit witty.
Not
you
every
never
once
know.
in a while, all the time. Oliver goes on the hill by the score of 3-1.
Okay,
And we'll be right back.
Be right back after this. Welcome back. You just saw the skyline there of Battle Creek, and we're somewhere in that picture. I'm not exactly sure where. I know we're in the Kellogg Arena, and we're already on the hill with Oliver Szolnoski, but he's just nipped out for a quick break. So, yeah, I'll start talking about the people that I've had in the booth here with me over the way. And you, of course, you've been in here more than anyone because, well, just look at you. You are a legend, and we're trying to extract as much knowledge out of that head of yours as possible. 55 years you've been on this planet. Now, how many of those years have you actually been playing pool? Do you remember the first time you ever picked up a pool cue?
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. My dad took me to a pool hall, and as I mentioned to you a couple of days ago, I saw that his friends were playing with my dad, and every time that they hit a ball and it hit the back of the pocket, it made this awesome sound that I said, wow, that sounds is so cool. I want to be able to do that. And I asked him if it was okay for me to try, and they said yes. And I was miserable after that because I couldn't make a ball. It was my first time grabbing a cue. So a friend of my dad's went ahead and said, "Hey kid, you seem interested in the game. Do you want to learn?" I said, "Absolutely." So he gave me a Steve Miserak book. I became so excited and was so thrilled that he gave me that book that I stayed up till 3 in the morning, having to go to school the next day, reading that book. I finished the entire book. And the very next day when I went back to the pool hall, I was already practicing left and right hand English. And
Really?
the guy said, "You're not supposed to be doing that yet. First you have to learn how to stand and hit the ball."
Do you remember when you had your first ever break and run? I guess you started playing 8-ball, was it, or 9-ball? Or what was the first game you ever
My
played?
very first break and run was a 9-ball when I was in my dad's pool hall at 18 years old. And I remember jumping up and down like a 5-year-old. Dad, I had my first break and run. And then about a month after that, I did 3 in a row. So I was thrilled.
Lovely story. Yeah, we're all attracted to the game for various reasons, aren't we? For me, it was watching On a Monday night, I was allowed to stay up late. My dad gave me special permission to stay up and watch a program called Pot Black. It was on a school night. It was a Monday night, but I got special dispensation to stay up and watch this great game, snooker. And Oliver just making his way back into the arena now. He's on the hill. He knows the importance of this.
And he's going to need to come up with a very solid break here. I think the previous break he hit it really nice. There's been a number of dry breaks, a couple of dry breaks here by both players after hitting the rack well, right? So let's see what he does here. So he hit the one off center, which is probably why he didn't make a ball.
Yep, if you're not striking them right, a lot of people think, oh, he smashed them good, you know, but at least one ball should go in. No, unless you strike them accurately and in the correct place for where you've placed that cue ball, Tony, you're not going to make a ball, right?
Yeah. There's no living human being that can say that they've made a ball every single time they've broken. They've broken the balls. No way. Of course, a professional player is going to make it more often than not, but not every time. Now he's calling the bank here.
Yeah, I like playing this.
So I'm assuming by calling the bank, he's going to try to draw between the 8 and the 9. Unless he's going to draw past the side pocket and go between the 6 and the 4.
Yeah, that's the way I like it. Absolutely
that's a lot
perfect
better.
On the 2 ball.
No,
3 hanging over the side.
Shot. Great control on that shot. Great control. Now, I assume the 4 goes past the 6. If it does, he's in very good shape. Because the 7 goes in the corner, stop shot, 8 in the side, 9 in the side, 10.
Yeah, I don't even mind drawing back for the 4 ball here in the side. I don't mind that little stun off the side route for the 4 into the side. Yeah.
Well, he might end up doing that if it doesn't go. If it doesn't go, that's what he might end up doing. Yep, that's what he did. And he hit it great. Stopped exactly where he needed to. I like going past the spot here and having the option to cut the 6 in the corner and come off one rail. Try to get straight on that 7. Just like that.
Yeah,
just enough angle to come off the rail and stop exactly where he's at right now, more or less, right?
He seems to have got his touch back once again.
Yeah.
Just lost it for a little while. But seems in control again.
So he came a little short there, but I think the 8 goes past the 10. And if it does, then the shot here is one rail, come off the first diamond, and then just barely go past the 8 to end up straight on the 8 ball. But he looks like he's queuing down. So he might go underneath the 10 then, right? And play in the same pocket. Surprised he did that.
Yep. What's the saying? Never touch a ball unless you really have to.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's a saying, but I just said it.
That's one of the rules in straightforward. The rules are straightforward. It's good shape, though.
We're going 3-2. By the looks of it, nice easy 10 in the side. This is a hard tournament to win. They've been going at it for 4 days now. Round of applause. The crowd really getting into it now as well. And I just want to go back to that. The people that I've had in the commentary box. I've had some great laughs in the commentary booth this last 4 days or so. And yesterday was no exception. Kang Lee, we asked him, come and do some commentary. He said, I'm not really sure. My English, I'm not really sure about. And I don't want to call the wrong shots. I said, it's not about that. Come in the booth with me. Come and just talk about your life, your pool, what you know about. Just come in and have a nice little chat. We ended up having so much fun.
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
Tony.
That's great.
He's a funny little guy. And Christina Takacs we also had in here yesterday when Fedor was playing. That was very, very interesting. People asking her questions in the chat, which was kind of nice as well. You, of course, Sharik Saeed we had in here. And not forgetting the first ever person I had in here, Daniel Schneider from Switzerland.
Fantastic.
And also Nate Mindham. Thanks to Nate Mindham as well. He was here for the first few days as well.
I met Nate for the first time, and Nate is just awesome too. He's great, and what a great commentator he is too. I was very impressed. Well, this is a very important break for Aloysius if he wants to win in straight sets. Oh, he almost scratched in the side pocket. Oh, that 3 was going in, and it was kicked. No balls on the break with a shot. Oh, I don't know if he can see it. I think he might be able to see it now.
Yeah, I think he can, Oliver having a quick look.
I mean, if he can, he's going to have to go 2 rails and play the tube on the low left-hand pocket. But if he can't, he's just going to have to play safe.
Is he just trying to just turn the cue ball around that 6 ball with just a little bit of right-hand English?
I'm not sure if he can because, I mean, he's taking quite a little bit of time to shoot this.
Might just be playing the safety. 1 ball up and down the table. Hiding behind the 8. Look at this.
Yeah, he hit that very nice.
Really had to guide that with precision, didn't he, Tony?
He sure did.
Jump stick.
Well, if he makes this 1 ball, he runs into the 3. Depending on whether he hits it thick or thin, if he hits it on the thick side, the cue ball will stop at a nice within that general area. If he hits it thin, then you might end up going on the other side of the table, which...
Oh, wow. What a great shot. I thought it must go. Wow. Surely it must go.
Wow,
And it did.
I thought for a second it was going to hang. But like I said, you see how he hit the 3 thin, and he wound up on the other side underneath?
Big pocket with the 5 ball there as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, he might want to send the ball by the 5 ball, right? And then come off the top rail and go by the 9 and the 7. Preferably the 7, you might be able to play because now he has a 3, the 6, and the 7 as a potential blocker.
Yeah, he's called it.
Is he trying to shoot it off the 5?
Yes.
Wow. I kind of like that.
But yeah, because then you don't have to hit it so thin,
from right? From here, it looks so extremely thin. How is he going to control the cue ball for the 3 ball, right?
He did play it off the 5. What a great shot. It's got a nice kiss on the 9 as well. Yeah. Don't tie the 9-10 up. It hasn't.
No. Wow. What a great shot that was.
I'm getting a bit overexcited here,
Yeah. No, I hear you. Wow. I mean, listen, he took a gamble and it paid off because it was a gamble. Position-wise, I mean.
Oh, I like the way he's played that.
And so it paid off, and we might end up with a hill-hill match.
Wow. It's going to be a nervy one. Absolutely perfect on the 5 ball.
Oh, first.
A little bit nervy.
Wow. Whew.
Fraction more, and that might not have dropped, because he played it with quite a little bit of pace there.
Yeah, and he won the perfect on the 6. Now he just rolls forward a bit, a bit.
Yeah, he's gone too far again. Just seems to have lost the pace of the table again.
Yeah, because all he has to do is just set up with just enough angle to come back to the center of the table, shoot the 8, and then come back to where the 7 is, or position on the 9. Better make sure he secures the ball.
Oh, he's played that well. Played that beautifully.
Yeah, he did, because that's about where he needs to be.
Yeah, he needs to
See,
come
now
over
he
to
might
this.
draw 1 rail or stun it, 2 rails, and play the 9 ball in the lower left-hand pocket.
Oh, this looks just about perfect to me.
It is.
Oh. Just when you think he's lost the pace again, he hasn't. He's just bang right back on it again, and he had to be perfect on this. Played it with a nice little bit of right-hand English, just to swing the cue ball.
We've got another thriller.
We've got a thriller. We're not in Manila. We're in Michigan. And we're at the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek.
And in Manila. All right, so
we spoke earlier on about the next stop on the schedule, of course, and it's going to be at Roberts Center from the 13th to the 16th of October.
Yeah, the host hotel, I believe, is a Holiday Inn
in Wilmington, Ohio. So looking forward to that. Get your room booked, Tony. Everyone else who wants to come down, if you're in that area as well, come down and support the event. It's going to be great.
I believe that it was Thorsten that told me yesterday that the hotel has been booked already. It's completely sold out. Because remember, the pros aren't the only ones coming to this event. All the amateurs are. So I believe that rooms are all sold out.
It's the US Pro Billiard Series Fargo Rate Ohio Open.
All right, let's go straight to the break here. We're tied at 3-3 in the second set, with Aloysius taking the first set 4-3. So again, if Aloysius wins this rack, he goes on to the semifinals. To the final. I'm sorry, this is the semifinals. Thank you. And if Oliver wins this rack, we go into a shootout.
Has he made the 5?
Whoop,
no.
He did not make a ball. But Oliver does not have an easy shot. He does not have a gimme here. And I don't know if he's going to try to cut this ball in. This is a tough shot. He's thinking of safe. Possibly leaving the cue ball there.
Yeah, it's not a too difficult one either. Just below centre. Half ball on the 1. Up behind the 4-3. 1 ball over behind the 10-2, somewhere in that area.
Mm-hmm.
There you see Alex Kazakis watching his roadie mate.
So let's see if he plays safe and tries to run into that 4 ball. If he runs into that 4 ball, he ends up leaving him behind the 3. Right? Look.
Just like that.
Man, you can't hit it any better than that, Mark. You cannot. He's going to call the 10, and you have to, right?
Well, yeah, and the thing is, he's got to hit this. Can't afford to.
Yeah. Well, don't be surprised if it goes in, because, see, since the side pocket is in play here, he has to probably hit this above the side pocket and adjust with spin, which usually increases the chances of hitting the top of the 1. And for this combination, you have to hit the top of the 1, right?
That was absolutely fantastic safety, that. Just what he needed. And if Aloysius does miss it, it's going to be Oliver with the easy.
We have to hope he leaves him a shot if he misses. That's the whole thing here. Right?
Oh, he's hit it well. Had to hit it as well.
Left him a shot.
Oh, he's left him it. Yeah, 3
and that was a hell of a hit. That was a hell of a hit.
1 and the 2. And then, of course, he'll have to make the 3-4 combo. I'm not sure that Aloysius has played any 10-ball shootouts this week. I don't think he has, you know. I know
I'm
Oliver
not sure.
has.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I almost took him to a shootout yesterday. But what a blast I had. I had such a blast playing with him. You know, just the tournament in general. I just felt good this tournament. So it was like I said, it's great to be back competing full time, and I'm looking forward to many more. Oh,
Yep,
I did not see that coming at all.
He's absolutely...
Yeah, he's disgusted
he's
right
livid
now.
with himself
He
there.
is disgusted right now. Yep.
Can't believe it, can he? No, you can't.
It's not like him to miss a shot like that, right? Now the question is, did he leave him a shot? Yeah, he did leave him a shot on the 2. This might be over. This might be over.
Yeah. 5 ball still needs to get on the 5 as well, of course. He needs to control this 3 ball as well, so he's not quite there. A little bit of work to do yet.
Yeah, he definitely needs to hit this with foul in order to play position on the 3. Boom.
Now then,
he's
had a lovely little knock there. How nice was that?
The little friendly bumperoni. The friendly bumperoni always helps.
And you've got to feel for Oliver sitting there now. He can't believe he's missed that 2 ball, but I'm sure it's that shot clock again, you know, and no matter how you think you get used to it, you never do you?
Yeah.
Can still take you
by
surprise.
Let's see if he got there without avoiding the scratch. Let's see if he got there.
Oh, he's happy with it. He's happy with it.
Wow, how good did he hit that shot?
That could be the shot that's just won him this semi-final.
Wow.
Well, he's overhit that slightly, but he still should be
he's
okay.
in good shape here.
But we know what happens when you get a little bit out of shape, Tony. Sometimes it gets worse.
Yeah.
He's okay.
But I tell you what, if he loses this match, I don't think Oliver's going to sleep tonight.
I wouldn't want to be in the car home with him, that's for sure. He's just starting to jump up a bit, getting a little bit jumpy.
Well, he got a little funny here. Here because, again, the table is sliding, so it's not easy.
Oh, you've got a feel for Oliver now. Look, sat there.
You know, he has that angle. If he hits it with follow, see, he can stun follow it there. There you go.
Oh, a confident shot. Beautifully played. So, this hopefully would be the last difficult shot for him, or semi-difficult.
So she wrote.
Has he gone a little bit too far? No, he's absolutely perfect on this 10 ball.
Yeah, Oliver's disgusted.
So this then to win by 2-0 and be the first one into the final. Aloysius Yapp makes it. Congratulations. We'll be back with the second semi-final very soon. Don't go anywhere.